Hey, it's Dr. Knight here. I wanted to take some time and share with you about the one word that changed my life. And it's a little bit different than the types of videos that I've done before. It's more of a story form. And I thought about that opportunity to share on a big stage. And parts of what I'm going to share with you today, I have actually said on stage. But I wanted to tell you a story about my father. When I was young, he would always say, when you do what you love, the money will come. And from his country wisdom, he was able to build churches. I mean, hundreds of leaders worldwide, and a legacy from and for his family with nothing more than a third grade education. And throughout his life, he lived his values of honesty, respect, stewardship, and he taught all 13 of us, yes, 13, y'all, that a man could not be a leader if he didn't have followers. And without followers, he would just be simply taking a walk. And in our large blended family, I was the baby girl of the second set of kids and the second oldest of the third group. We all had our place, and of course, we were all his favorite, or so they thought. Except I knew the truth. I was absolutely his favorite. But in truth, he probably was so tired. He knew that if I listened, if I watched, if I learned from my older siblings, that I would be okay. And for the most part, I did that. And I still made mistakes in spite of being the first to graduate from high school with honors, the first to graduate from a 4 year college after graduation, the first to graduate with my bachelor's, the first to graduate with my master's, and then the first to receive an earned doctorate degree. It was in 2007 that I felt most fortunate that he was well enough to walk me across the stage or see me walk across the stage in the heat of the summer with my bachelor's degree. He died that same year in October. That was the moment that I knew, the moment when he was gone, that I knew that everything that I needed from him was already inside of me. There would be no more early morning fishing trips or state to state road trips, no more telephone calls as I drove into work, no more papa visits with my young sons, no more Sunday morning sermons or church crusades, and definitely no more Christmas mornings at 6 a.m. where nearly 75, maybe even 100 of our family members would gather in our pajamas in our family home. You see, for the years I spent growing up until this time, almost 28 years old, divorced, single parent, I was just the beginning. It was just the beginning of learning the lessons, the lifelong lessons that he would teach me that I would no longer have my father's wisdom to guide me. That is in the flesh, in the person, to have those conversations with him. I learned quickly that I had to grieve and shift my focus to the bigger picture, which in fact was my purpose. That's how I got through every single challenge from then on. It was years later when I learned the one word that would continue to change my life, and that word is yes. Yes has proven to be the single most powerful word in my vocabulary. A close second, though, is no. Yet, by saying yes to following my dreams, yes to awakening creativity, yes to overcoming fear, yes to accepting rejection, yes to my calling, in essence, I was saying no simultaneously to the things, the people, the circumstances that no longer served my greater purpose. That calling that had led me had been with me ever since I could remember. I have always been the confidant, the one with an opinion, yes, who could share it respectfully, the one who others could rely upon in their time of need, the saver of money, responsible to a fault, organizer of people and programs, the one who could stand up to injustice and always root for the underdog. It was always me. Saying yes to your path will absolutely bring its challenges and perhaps moments when you might ask, is it worth all of this? Is it worth being talked about, even lied on? Is it worth being disappointed? And sometimes simply drained. Is it worth repeating your dream, my dream, to people who seem to be listening and still walk away stuck in their own way? Is it worth fighting for? Is it worth walking away from corporate comforts that, you know, to do what I believe is right? And you know what I said? Yes. As a result, I did three things that I want to leave with you today. And these three things I actually have shared on a stage, much larger than this. I listened. I listened to the voice that was so deep within my spirit, the voice that I could never avoid. I aligned and accepted only those opportunities that aligned to the voice that I heard. I behaved. I believed and I behaved in a way that manifested the voice that I heard and accepted that as my truth. In my lab, I found everything that has worked against my success has also worked in my favor. Saying yes, yes, I was done wrong, but yet I'm better for it. It brought me to this place. It brought me to this moment with you. Had I stayed, what might have been different? I'll tell you. It wouldn't have allowed me to walk and experience the fullness of joy of living my purpose each and every day. I wouldn't have known that what I actually tell my clients is true, that there is life, that there is living after life's most devastating moments. Living to me means saying yes to me. Living for you, I want you to say yes to you. And I want you to believe in what you listen in the deepest parts of yourself. I want you to align and accept to only those things that you do believe and behave in a way that everything that you need, everything that is possible is because you manifested it. You said yes to you. So walk in grace. Give yourself the same grace and the same patience, the same kindness that you give to others. Say yes to you and walk in your truth.